you remember we sent you a form from Google to fill in some data. All of you filled that form? Please, let's help them, because they are the people who are funding us, to show that we are what? 14th today is 31st July. We expect to be doing computer networks, and in that case, we are taking you through something concrete where we want you to exit with a CCNA certificate, right? I want to say something about our Cisco Academy. How many have gone to look for Cisco training at KU and other places? How much do they charge?
I think huh? Sometimes about ahead. You are charging 10, that is talking about 10 years. You are charging us 10,000 per module.
CCNA 110, CCNA 210, CCNA 310, CCNA 410. How much is that? 40. You know what we are doing to our students in the curriculum? Right now we have them on internal attachment. Justin is, and they pay 15,000 for internal attachment to do something. In other sense, I want to say, we decided to be human enough, made our Cisco Academy only 5,000, right? We decided to be human enough. And for now, you are not paying anything. So, in other words, Google has paid for you how much in CCNA 1 and 2? 20,000, right? On top of that, Google have given you literal token of fare, whether it's one way or two way. Those who are lucky to get two way, asanteni sana, because the ceiling was 700. You remember my post, is it? But then I looked at some people from Kirinyaga. I said, hata kama Google inasema hivi, let's increase a bit. To the Kirinyaga people, we were able to subsidize them a bit. So we want you to work hard and graduate from that. I'm not sure, Mindo and Korig will tell us whether this period is enough to graduate these teachers. Right? Look at it, brainstorm over it during tea time. Let's come at the end, we can adjust the program. November 1st November to 21st December, I expected us to do a bit of interaction in DB and web programming. 2nd January to 3rd March, a bit of DB web programming. 1st February to 31st March, system development. I want us also to interact online on how we can agree here or in other meetings, what kind of web app do we want to interact with? Maybe we can group the Laikipia group together, the Nakuru group together, the Nairobi group together, and we think, what can we do? Do you think we can be very innovative as teachers? And we become so innovative and we get a very good program that we can even decide, can we market this to schools? Let me give you a story. One of my students went and sat down with MS Access plus VB. He has made a very good system. He has been moving around school. Last week I sent him to a school where I'm the board of management chairman, and the guy is selling that system to schools. You know, very innovative application. I'm wondering, if I teach students to do this and they start making money, kwa nini mimi nisi make money? Right? And the guy was always in my office. Mwalimu, I want to show you what I've done. I've already gone, when I went for attachment, this is what I was doing. And he brought me a good system. Can we be innovative in these two? CCNA is straightforward. Sawa. Cisco imetupa material, ni kusoma tu tupewe certificate, irabastambiwe Laikipia, muende naye mkue naye kila pahali. For you to get Laikipia University certificate, we have added these two, where we will, after we are taken through that by Cairo and Madam Mireri, we will think creatively on what kind of a system we can build as a team. 5th to 30th March, I mean, we have planned an inter-county review of CS teaching. Do you visit each other? Do you want to compare your teaching methods with another school? That's what we are thinking. That Kirinyaga can visit Nyeri because they are near each other, right? That will be facilitated by Google because of the fare limitations. Embu can visit Kirinyaga. Nakuru can visit who? Kericho. Is it? Nakuru can visit Kericho. You know, that kind of exchange, you go sensitize your principals, tell them at this period, we'll be having some teachers coming just to watch us teach in class. You can even give them a topic to teach, and then you ask students, mumeonaje? Mumeona niko aje mimi? At least that will help you to build and to, of course, it's a question of, it's called a self-assessment, and it's also motivating to see what others are doing. We expect to either reschedule the Cisco meeting to come to the main campus, right? So that when we want you for physical practicals, we give you like a Saturday when our students are not active. We invite the Nakuru cohort, washinde na sisi huko. We invite record for Google to show we graduated these people, this is how they participated in the forum. We expect to be closing CCNA accounts, and they are now active, right? They are now active. We expect to be closing them on 30th 9 Friday. CCNA 1 account, we expect everybody to have finished their exams, online exams. So please take note. Tukiwaambia siku hii tutawafungia, mtu kama haja graduate online, mimi ndo si namna hiyo. Tutakuwa tumefunga account yako, meaning you miss the certificate. Are you together? Yes. We expect them to give you a 1 week, a 1 month period up to part 11, 2017, that is November. We would be expecting to close CCNA 2, assuming everybody will have finished their online exams and graduated, right? Then after that, we give you the 2 certificates. We can decide to give the 2 certificates at the closing symposium plus the final Laikipia University certificate. So you will end up with 3. So, right? After that, we will have an online meetup to review progress of CCNA when we are closing the accounts to see how many have actually managed to graduate. How many casualties do we have on the way? So, you know, in every, hata hapa kwetu university tuko na casualties. Wengine we have casualties on the way. There are those who will be too busy to do the online exams. There are those who will not get the bundles. Sisi tumelipa fees, we tafuta nini? Academy tumekufungulia, it's at your disposal. Sawa? Right. Okay. 11 Saturday, we expect to be meeting Nakuru cohort. This meeting, I think, we will identify a school in Nakuru. Nakuru girls have not responded, so Afra, please, you are my coordinator this side. Get me a school. Because I remember I posted something on WhatsApp asking Nakuru girls to respond. Madam, you didn't. Ama haukuwa online? Okay, tutadiscuss hiyo hafla na wewe. We chose Nakuru girls because it is on the highway. We were thinking it's a very convenient place for every teacher coming from Baringo, everywhere. We just hop in Nakuru High girls, tukiwa na Ireri na Cairo to discuss a few things. Then we discuss because we don't want to accommodate people. It's expensive to accommodate, right? So Afra and the team, let's agree. So here meeting, we can come where you are. So 2 meetings, main campus. 1 meeting, Nakuru, we meet you in Nakuru. I will tell you how I've grouped. Nairobi, because it's a small group, I decided they would join Nakuru cohort, right? We don't want to go Nairobi na jam hizo zote. Saa zingine ngumu, They are welcome in Nakuru Afra, isn't it? Karibu Nakuru, muji mzuri wenye hewa safi, inaitwa Google Fresh Air. You remember that? Saturday 18, Dururumo, Madam Naomi. You are here? Yes, that's when we expect. So that's why I have not yet come to Dururumo. We'll be coming there to see the principal and maybe agree on that. So it's a bit far, right? So we are doing that. So we'll meet in Inaugural cohort means Laikipia, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Embu. 2 cohorts. We will see how to organize that. We will be giving work book assignments. We expect to close the workbook assignments on 23rd, 11, 2017. End of year, we book our We have an online meetup between 2nd January to 31st for online web project. When we have these meetups, we will agree on the web project. Then we will split and do online meetups. After that, 5th to 30th March, we will have inter-county peer review. We will have grouped you and say who will visit where, right? We will try that. We expect to graduate you on 27th for 8/20. That is for your consumption, and I think I want to close that presentation about the project overview, and I think that was the end. You have an idea of what we are expecting, right? As you break for tea, enda mkidiscuss, mkisema kutakuwaje, itakuwaje hii, tutaweza, hatutaweza. At the end of this presentation, I have 2:30 to 3 p.m. Tujaribu tuone kama we will have agree on what you say. We are behind schedule. I want to say we go for tea, I don't know, 14 minutes. Zitatosha kunywa chai na kurudi? Zitatosha? Can we take tea in 14 minutes because we are here for a very short time? Twende, my colleagues who know the geography of this place, let's take the teachers for tea. As they think about, they reflect on that program. Wasikirie kama wataweza ama hawataweza. Karibuni sana, twende tunywe chai. Dakika 14 peke yake.
Light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Hey, hey, we make a miracle walker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are. Hey, we make a miracle walker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You wipe away all tears, you mend the broken heart, you're the answer to it all. Jesus, you wipe away all tears, you mend the broken heart, you're the answer to it all, to it all. Jesus, yeah. We make miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. We make miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every life. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you, I worship you. Oh, devotion,
I don't know how many of us have Android phones. Android phones. How many of us have Android phones? Great. I think if you open your Google phone, you will see an icon, an application with an icon that looks like this, like an apostrophe sign. If you look at it, a green icon. You'll see it on your mobile phone. If you go to your Gmail, if you log into your Gmail account or your Google account, you can actually see the Google Hangout. I'll do a demonstration of the same. That way, you can access Google Hangout either from your Gmail account or your Google account. You can also access it from your mobile phone. That if you have an Android phone, the Android software application from I think a Jelly Bean automatically installed this Google application with the Gmail, Google Search, Google Hangouts automatically into your mobile phone. Previously, they had been bundled together with G+. You obviously need to have an internet connection, or as Professor said, you need to have data bundles. I think those three are the most important for this course. You can access it from your Gmail account, say, or you can go directly to the address, the URL hangouts.google.com. If you type out hangouts.google.com, you'll be able to access directly the Hangout webpage. A few things about Hangouts. Once you log in to your mobile phone or to your computer, on the left-hand side, you'll see a history of Google events or Google Hangout events that you've done. Now it's important for us to note that with Google Hangouts, you can actually do three things. One, you can have video teleconferencing. That means you can have a video chat, the same way you do WhatsApp calls. You can have a video chat with one or up to 100 people at the same time. You can also do messages, text messaging with Google Hangouts. You can also you can also do phone calls. On the left-hand side, you'll be able to see the conversations that you have had, either texting, videos, or phone calls. And on the right-hand side now, which is the bigger window, you can see the three links that allow you to do the same. So the first link you have there is the video, where you have the red arrow. The red arrow allows you to click and start a video call. The yellow arrow allows you to click and start a phone call. Remember, this is not the kawaida Safaricom phone call. It's actually a voice over IP phone call. That means the call or the video is going through the internet. And the blue arrow, which is the icon on the right, allows you to start a message or a chat. Once you click on either of the three, in this case, once you click on the video, it allows you now to invite people. Obviously, the people that you invite have to have a Gmail account as well, because it's a Gmail service. So you invite people using the Gmail, with the Gmail addresses. So you need to know, one of the reasons why we said we need to have Gmail account. And you also need to know, or have written down, or have typed somewhere the Gmail addresses of the people you want to hang out with. So for example, since I'm very old and I don't have a very good memory, what I've done is I've typed in email addresses of the people that I want to hang out with. So you can do the same, so that you just copy paste. I know some people normally have some very long email addresses, especially the people who come from where I was born. You find that people might have a very long email address. So you can take the email addresses and invite them. So all you need to do is type that email address at the yellow arrow. You can see where the yellow arrow is. Just type the address, then click on invite. Click on invite. So once you press invite, the people you invite also have to be online. So they will receive your invite and they can choose whether to accept or to ignore your call. So it is very important also to know the type of people you're dealing with, because either they might be in a place where there is no data connection, or the people who might be saving bundles. So you might be inviting people that are not responding simply because they are not online. Now, I want to look at a few things about the Hangouts. Let's look at the arrow on the extreme right, which is the white arrow pointing down. Once you have invited people to the Hangouts, you can choose to start a chat with them. So you want to basically just chat with them. Maybe they are not in a position to speak, or they're in a loud place, or probably their bandwidth is not very high, so it cannot support video conferencing. So you can click on the message icon. You can see it bottom left. You can also choose, for example, in the essence, let's say you've already begun your Google Hangout. It's actually a video. Then you're speaking to someone, and because of communication barrier, our accents, or noise, the person on the other end is not getting you correctly. Or you want to share a hyperlink. So you're speaking with another teacher and you're telling them, I have seen this very exciting website which you can use to teach biology. So you can click on that message icon to share a link, for example. Yeah? You can click on that message icon to send him a message that is not being heard very well by using the voice. So you can actually combine both video. As you speak, you tell them, just check your chat, I've sent you your message. And the message will actually appear there on your video. The blue arrow is a mute sound arrow. Maybe you're all parents, yeah? I'm taking it for, I'm taking it that we're all parents like I am. And Justin, we are happily married with a few kids. Maybe I'm in the house on a Sunday afternoon. I'm hanging out with somebody else. Then as I speak, maybe my wife has come, or one of my kids have come in the room, and I don't want you to hear what I'm saying. You understand? I want the Hangouts to continue. I just want to pause you. I want to put you on hold, for example. All you have to do is just press the blue icon. Whatever I'm saying, you'll not hear it on the other side. Maybe I'm telling my wife my PIN to M-Pesa. I don't want you to hear what my PIN to my M-Pesa account is. So I can just mute you out. I speak to someone, then unmute to continue speaking. The red button, as you can see, I'm sure all of you know it. Maybe I can pose it as a question to you. What do you think the red icon stands for? Disconnect, yeah? Or close or finish. The purple icon on the right hand side is a mute video. Mute video. Sometimes things can happen. Maybe you are, I don't know how to describe this. Maybe there's somebody who's walking behind you. Yeah? Someone walking behind you, and you don't want the person you're hanging out with to see. Maybe you're in the staff room, and a few things might be happening. Maybe if it is maybe you are at home, you're hanging out at home, and your kids are playing around. These kids, they're called the terrible twos. They walk around the house without clothes, and she's walking around, and you don't want the other people in the hangout. And the hangout could be even 10, 20 people, yeah? So you can choose to block out video by the icon pointed with the purple. so that no vision. But the voice will be active. The vision will not be active. Or maybe you want to participate in a hangout, but your environment is not very conducive to the other people in the hangout. So you want to participate, you want to contribute, you want to speak, you want people to hear you, but you don't want them to see you. Yeah? I normally see that happens a lot with my wife when I have not given her money to go to the salon and she feels that her hair is not very good. So she does not want to be seen, but she wants to be heard. So that is the icon that allows you to do that. So we'll do a demonstration on this. I'm just introducing you to the icons. The next thing is the Google Classrooms. We'll do this live. The Google Classrooms basically is an exemplary application, I have to say. And I think this is something that even you as teachers can take up and use in your own classes. I don't know how many of you have worked with Moodle before. M-O-O-D-L-E. Moodle. It's an online application that allows you to plan your class. The same way you have the planning diaries that your TSC gives you. Now for Google Classroom, this is the first page that you will see once you log in, once you click on the Google Classroom site. Obviously what you need to do is just click on continue. If you log into Google Classroom as a new user, obviously there will be no class present that is associated with your account. Now the classes are of two types. It can be a class that you're teaching or a class that you're learning. So all those classes will be listed there. But if you do not have any, you do not belong to any Google Classroom, teaching or learning, this is the kind of interface that you will see. A gray circle, this thing. Now on the top right hand side you can see a plus sign that allows you to create or join a class. So you can see the red arrow allows you to, is a link to allow you to join a class. The blue one allows you to create a class. So what we'll do is we have a class for, we'll have two classes. We'll have a class for the cohorts, the Nakuru cohort and the Nyahururu cohort. So depending on where you are, you'll be required to join, say, the Nakuru cohort or the Nyahururu cohort. So all you have to do is just down here, join class. Once you join your classes, if you join your classes, you log into Google Classrooms, that is how the interface will look like. And you'll be able to see the networking class. Right now we have no students, so you'll see 0 students. You can be able to see how many students are there. You'll see the database systems class, and you'll see the web applications class. That is how your interface will look like once you log in. Obviously you can choose to have different themes and different colors for your user. At the top where we have three links, we have stream, students, and about. If you click on stream, you're able to see whether you have any assignments that are due. So from time to time, Mwalimu Justin and Madam Mireri and Cairo as well may be putting assignments for, some exercises. They tell you, do this SQL practical, or do this web code, some loops. So you'll be able to see the work on the left-hand side, what is due. Below it, you can see the topics. For example, if you click to maybe PHP, she can be teaching you functions or variables or, and so on and so forth. With databases, they can be having all those SQL commands, select, into. So on the left-hand side, you see the topics, and then at each topic, there's content. On the right hand side, you can see now materials. Now, materials can be in form of two things, either videos, which are very good for learning. Today we are finding that people are more and more using YouTube for learning or videos for learning. Or materials can either be, say for example, in MS Word or PDF. But remember, for Google, they do not use MS Word or MS Excel. They have their own Google applications called Google Docs, which are free and available online. So every time you upload your notes, for example, once the Mwalimus upload their notes on MS Word or PDF, these documents will be converted to the open document format, ODF, which is the format that Google normally uses. You click on students, you can choose to invite students. You can see an invite students button where the yellow arrow is clicking on. Once you click there, you type the email address, Gmail address, then you invite them. Below there you can see the folders. That's the notes that have been uploaded. And last but not the least, we have the Google Classroom calendar. The calendar basically allows you to see what is going to be done. When are we doing the cuts? Do you have cuts? When are we doing the assessments? Doing the exam, and so on and so forth. So it helps you to plan. The good thing is that you link this with your Gmail, and what your Gmail account does is that it sends you alerts to your email. So so the Google Calendar tells you you have an exam tomorrow. Your class is due to end on Sunday, and so on and so forth. And sometimes if you integrate that with your mobile phone, for the guys on Android, the alerts will also come to your phone as well. Right. I say that, well, those are our core tools. We also have other supporting tools that are quite important for us to use during this period. The supporting tools as well as it is Google Docs. Google Docs, as we said, come in all fashions. We have the PowerPoint slides. Let me call them not PowerPoint. Let me call them presentation slides. We have documents, open document format on open document format. We have the spreadsheets. We have all manner of Microsoft Office applications that you have are available for Google as well. So from time to time, if I see an interesting bunch of notes in MS Word, you can always share them using Google Docs. The good thing about Google Docs is that it allows collaboration. That means if I have seen some notes somewhere and I want to add something, a note, I can actually do that, and you'll be able to see this document was edited by Kirori on a particular day. Another Mwalim is able to interpret. Somebody somewhere in the room might want to ask a question. So on Google Docs allows you to collaborate and keep editing, and it tracks all those changes. You have the Google Drive. Basically, Google Drive is just like a storage. I know most of you have interacted with Dropbox. Some of us, like me, who are still caught up with the technology, we still walk around with such things, external drives. But you have a very good external drive online. So sometimes because of financial commitments, you may not be able to buy such like this one. You can choose to take advantage of Google Drive, save all your documents there. I think it gives you about 25 GB.